With Forza Motorsport 8 supposedly releasing this year, and although I'm getting a bit skeptical about that release date, I thought about going back to the previous installment of the franchise and see how it stacks up in 2021, and if it's still worth it. Especially that you would probably be able to get it at a discounted price nowadays. What's up everyone and welcome to a new video. My name is Omar with Real Gamer Review, and today I'll be reviewing Forza Motorsport 7 in 2021. Before starting the video, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe and click the bell icon, as it really helps the channel to develop and deliver more relevant content for you guys. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Developed by Turn 10 Studios and published by Microsoft Studios, serving as the 10th installment in the Forza series, it was released on PC and the Xbox One back in 2017. The game is a mixture between arcade and sim racing, leaning a bit more into the sim side, especially if you compare it to the Forza Horizon series. Unlike the Forza Horizon series, this is not an open world game. Instead, it has around 32 different locations with more than 200 racetracks configurations, and that was only at launch. There were many updates afterwards, adding to those numbers till the recording of this video. The game features as well a crazy list of over 700 different cars. The game also includes a dynamic weather condition system that works during the races. So you might start the race while it's raining, and then towards the end you are racing in clear weather conditions. The same applies to the day and night conditions as well. You compete in various events in the game, which we will be discussing in details, starting with the career mode. So basically, career mode contains 6 main cups that you achieve by winning mini tournaments inside each of those cups. You don't have to play all of the tournaments inside to win the cup, but instead all you need to do is reach a certain number of points to be able to win that cup and unlock the next one. Those tournaments contains a diverse number of different races, between circuit, time trial, drift, drag, rally and more. But for the rally part, I would say it's a bit weird, as it's called rally and you play with rally cars, but you play on regular tracks, no off-roads whatsoever. Not a major issue, but worth mentioning. Next we have the handling. As always with Forza Motorsport games, it is not very sim-like as Project Cars 1 and 2 for example, but it has a pretty good balance between arcade and sim racing style. Like, it hits the sweet spot between both types of racing games, leaning slightly more towards the sim style. And of course the handling will feel different every time you drive a different car. So probably be ready before diving into this game. It will need some practicing before you get the hang of the handling. The game also features a Rivals mode, which is basically a set of different challenges that some of them gets updated every week or so. It contains different races and challenges that you can compete in against different players. It varies between different circuit races and timed races that features ghost rivals of other players. Also, it has autocross challenges where you compete in highly technical, timed competitions where you must navigate special courses marked by traffic cones. Another addition to the Rivals is the featured events. Those are events that are created specially by Turn 10 Studios. Those events get changed and updated frequently, so you'll always find something new to try. Most of the previous races you can participate in with one of your purchased cars, or you can rent a car just for the event you are racing in. As for the customization, we mustn't forget the very detailed car technical customization features that this game has. Almost everything in the car can be customized and tweaked for your preference, and if you don't want to go into much details, there is always the automatic customization option where you mainly choose how much power you want to add to your car, and the game will choose the parts for you and you just make the payment with the game currency. As simple as that. There is also the addition of car tuning that you can always tweak for your purchased cars, or you can even do it quickly before starting the race. There is also some minor visual customization that you can do to your car, which mainly gives you the option to change the bumpers, spoilers, side skirts, car height and the rims. It is not a very detailed customization feature, but good enough I would say. Of course, you can change the car paint as well and add and create your decals, or even choose pre-customized paint art created by other players and give them a thumbs up if you like it. Since we mentioned the thumbs up, and if you are still watching the video, maybe hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It will be much appreciated. After almost 4 years, this game still looks pretty good with one of the best graphics and visuals out there. Every detail in each different car is fine-tuned, literally to the point that you can see every single detail in each car if you zoom in enough. The visuals, lighting, and reflections are spectacular. My only issue with the overall visuals is that I feel that this game has a bit of a dark tone when you are playing in cloudy weather conditions. A bit too much if you compare it to similar other games, but still not a deal breaker and definitely won't keep you from enjoying the game. One of my favorite cameras in this game is the cockpit camera, and here you can see the amazing details that the game developers created in every single car interior to make it as good and detailed as its counterpart in real life. Another visual detail worth mentioning is the dynamic weather conditions when it changes from rain to clear, and the water puddles and wet track reflections, creating some amazing visuals that you will truly enjoy and appreciate while playing the game. Also, the raindrops movement on the windshield of different cars simply looks amazing as well, especially how it moves on the windshield in a realistic way depending on the car movement in different directions. The footage captured for this video is from PC, but this game still looks spectacular on Xbox One and even better on the Xbox One X, as it runs on 4K resolution with 60 frames per second and enhanced visuals. Of course, the same goes to the Xbox Series X. Forza Motorsport 7 contains a lot of different modes when it comes to the multiplayer. Mainly, it has most of the modes that the single player has. It has as well different difficulties when it comes to the multiplayer modes, which differs in the assists, weather conditions, and player ranks. So it mainly covers all types of players, whether you are a professional racing games enthusiast or you are just a beginner. The servers are pretty solid and very much alive in 2021. I didn't have any issue in connecting to different types of multiplayer lobbies, and it didn't take a long time at all to make the connection, unlike other racing games out there. The game has a few DLCs, but most of them are new cars that you can add to the game. Some of them are added with the game pass, and some you still need to purchase. So when it comes to the DLC, there is nothing much to mention, unlike the Forza Horizon series. The game has a very basic music option, unlike the Forza Horizon series that contains different radio channels. The music is mainly on during the main menu. You can turn it on during the races as well, but it wouldn't make much of a difference as it's very basic and not interesting. For the audio part, Turn 10 Studios did an exceptional job, as always, to portray each car sound exactly as its real-life counterpart. The same goes to the environment sounds, but for this part it doesn't contain much, as this game is not an open world game, and mainly most of the audio is in different types of tracks. I will leave you with a few short clips to listen to it yourselves. The game is pretty good and I kind of like it. It is similar to the PlayStation exclusive Gran Turismo Sport if you are familiar with it or played it before. The game overall did a pretty good job when it came to all aspects. It is a pretty decent racing game that I would definitely recommend if you are into that type of games that hold the middle ground between arcade and sim. Definitely not the greatest out there, especially if you compare it to its previous installments, but still a decent game if you are in the market for a new racing game. Alright, time to wrap this up. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, then leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.